Hello and welcome to Khaartoum podcast number 11. I am your host of the most, Khaartoum on YouTube and bitshoot.com. And how are you? Today, can we talk about the late Indian actress SriDevi, a kind of suicide by celebrity? SriDevi will commit suicide, is what I said to people when I saw her 6 months ago on this Rajeev Masand interview. She looks physically exhausted, psychically exhausted, miserable, and I just knew that she hadn't much time left in this world. She died in March in 2018, apparently drowned in the bath. False reports that she had a cardiac arrest. People like Simi Garaval saying her death was suspiciously like Whitney Houston. Other people saying that she had been murdered by her family. I wondered if we could look at the kind of cosmetic surgery, pain and exhaustion on top of starving herself, endless exercise routines and personal trainers, really for very little in terms of responses from men or people, and definitely no responses from the film industry of her becoming the young actress she was in the 1980s. I've slowed down some footage here from a happy chat that SriDevi is giving to her husband, Boney Kapoor. I wondered if we could just go through bit by bit how much physical pain and discomfort she's gone through with cosmetic surgery. First of all, we can see her face is completely paralyzed with Botox injections. Botox is a poison that you put into the muscles and it paralyzes them. It keeps the face still. It makes wrinkles not so deep, but it gives this sad death mask sort of mien to the face. The second thing we see, she's had a complete facelift, forehead, face, cheeks, neck. This is a major surgery that takes a long time to get over with general anesthetic, terrific pain, sutures and staples, and it's not to be messed around with. It will take weeks to get over. We see she's got derma fillers in her wrinkles, in her eyes and in around her mouth. These will have to be done every 3 months, injected. She will have had dermabrasion, which is a wire brush spinning around at high speed, ripping the surface of the skin off wrinkles. She will also have had chemical peels, ripping the surface of her skin off to try to get the old leathery skin off the outside. We see also that she has had a nose reconstruction. She's had her nose slimmed down because it looked too South Indian, oh dear. And she's had it narrowed down to a European and acceptable nose. However, when we look at it, we see that the surgery has left her with uneven nostrils. The right nostril is larger than the left nostril and the nose is not straight anymore. So that she was better before. The teeth are a problem. She has these pot or porcelain teeth on the top, which are very large with large gums which are meant to lift and open the mouth, which is to stop the whole face from collapsing. But they look very, very white. They're very large, like tombstones, and they look very false, like false teeth. However, they don't match the bottom teeth, which are the teeth of an older woman. They are worn, they are clean, and they are white, but they are an older person's teeth, and they've got spaces, natural spaces between them. So the top teeth and the bottom teeth don't match, but the top teeth look so false. But the whitening of the teeth also brings a problem of facial scanning that takes the attention away from the eyes down to the mouth, and it accentuates the vision on the muscle tone around the mouth, which makes you realise she's got an old mouth. The other things that we can see are the coloured contact lenses with big pupils, meant to make her look young, but she just looks like a robot. Nobody has eyes like that. Does that really look attractive? Does she look young? And then when she takes them out, what does she look like? A 54-year-old woman. She's also got false eyelashes on, which is also the endless adhesive glue, pulling them on, pulling them off, rip her natural lashes off, and they're very uncomfortable to wear. Plus, false eyelashes have a problem of making the eyes look tired, because it's like having curtain pelmets on the eyes. Her ears are the wrong size. Although she's been lucky and she doesn't have very large ears, the ears grow larger and larger as we get older. Her ears are too large for this very small face. So the ears also give away her age. She's also had liposuction on her neck and around her face to suck fat out. So this is another horrible operation of sucking fat out. Liposuction, she will probably have had the liposuction around her tummy and back and love handles too. The problem with liposuction is that it starts to disturb the body's distribution of normal fat and can increase the visceral fat inside the body around the internal organs. Although this is not completely proved, it can be a danger. SriDevi's hair is still good, but it is thinned. She's been clever and she's sort of done it black with multi-tone reds over the top, and she's dressed it over a hairpiece, but you've got this endless pull of hairpieces ripping and pulling on the back of the hair. They're uncomfortable to wear. If they catch at anything, they can pull off. They're constantly ripping hair out where the little combs are holding it on. She's plastered in this light reflective makeup base and then layers of expensive foundation that are meant to try to make her look younger, and this matte and shining face of a young person. Now we can see her on camera and lit from underneath here. However, in terms of in the street, if we saw her, what would this face look like? Her face would be caked in this makeup, particularly in sunlight. So this face would really look caked and unnatural. Her lips have also been injected with some sort of silicone or some sort of irritant injection to make the lips swell. She was in the media for having had lip actions done that had gone wrong and made her mouth go a completely wrong shape and look very unattractive. So this is the amount of pain. Imagine going through this amount of pain for really very little. And lots of starvation diet, lots of exercise routines, lots of having to get up early, personal trainer, and for very little. What is she getting back? She didn't get any roles. It's unlikely in real life she would get much male attention because her hands and her body are looking very like an older woman. Another quite serious problem is her voice. If you listen to her on the Rajeev Masand interview, the voice shocked many commentators. She has a voice of an elderly woman. I was going to say a 70-year-old woman, but I know many 70-year-old women on YouTube and in real life who have got young voices, who even sing. Whereas SriDevi's voice here was like a warbling, very elderly 90-year-old woman's voice that doesn't fit with this plastic alien face that she has tried to create. So I think SriDevi was living with incredible levels of physical pain in terms of exercise, in terms of regimes, in terms of starvation, and endless cosmetic surgery and cosmetic procedures that just can't turn back the clock. When you look at her properly, does she look beautiful? Is it not more beautiful to try to look after yourself, but be happy in your spirit inside and shine and be attractive from the inside, shining in your eyes, shining in your smile? This kind of robot face and the misery and exhaustion and spiritual depletion that she had, and also the sadness of having her daughter outshining her, which she would want, but also would be very sad to see her repeating her mother's role, sitting on the sets with a daughter, making her feel even older. And then the failed love affair with Mithun Chakraborty leading her to marry Boney Kapoor, and was there a love marriage? Was there real love? When she was asked about her mother and asked when she was younger about decisions, she would say, "Go and ask my mummy." And when she married Boney Kapoor, when people asked her, "What do you want to do?" she would say, "Ask Boney." I think SriDevi maybe was a person with a very weak identity. She was a Leo, so they love to be loved and they're gregarious and they're delightful, but they depend a lot on their looks and they need to be loved. Leos need to be loved. And if she has got to that point where everything she is doing has not worked to get her the love, to get her feeling confident, to get her roles that are attractive that she was so used to in the 1980s, then maybe she just lost the will to live. Khaartoum podcast number 11. Tune in again.